Hello guys, so in this video I'm going to be talking about three expenses, very important expenses, which are generally overlooked by self-employed people. One of the problems actually is that self-employed people, maybe they don't like accountants, they do not consult their accountants when they are doing something on their own. So it's very important you consult your accountant, discuss the expenses or the tax deductions that you can have, since this is the time in the year that you should have this information and have such information ready for your tax returns. So I thought I should definitely make a video on this one. First expense that is generally overlooked by self-employed people is the home use as an office. So you're working out of your home. You could be a contractor, just as a self-employed, a freelancer, or maybe doing a little bit of e-commerce or something like, that kind of a business, providing any services. And you're working out of your home. So in your house, you have to earn that income. You've got to set up a workspace, for example, a desk and a chair and a computer and a printer and this and that, all or maybe tools or whatever you're doing. You could be a carpenter, right? The expenses related to that area are a very valid, legit tax deductions. So now let me explain that. So for example, you have an apartment, it's a 1,000 square feet apartment, right? In a 250 square feet area, let's say, you have set up your workspace. Again, whatever, right? Maybe you have some inventory there, or you have your workspace there, your tools there, whatever is there, but that area is only used for your work purpose or business purpose. So we're gonna say 25%, because it's 250 square feet out of 1,000 square feet. So 25% of your house or home is used for business purpose. Now, what kind of expenses you can deduct? Let's say it's a rental property. You're renting this property. So in that scenario, 25% of the rent is a taxable deduction. You have mortgage this property, so the 25% of the mortgage interest is a tax deduction. All the utilities, hydro, heat, internet, all those utilities are basically tax deductions, 25% of those. So you have to apply that 25% factor on all those expenses, right? Insurance, house insurance, any maintenance to that property, that is a tax deduction. There could be other expenses as well related to your house. Make sure you are claiming those expenses, and a lot of time people don't claim that expense, or if they do, they do it incorrectly. And let me tell you, CRA would call an audit right away, because this is their favorite expense. So you want to be sure that what you're claiming and why you're claiming, and you can, if in case of audit, you can satisfy CRA why you're claiming 25% of the expense. Okay, they might ask you for the layout, your house layout, and then they might ask you to explain why are you claiming 25% of the area for your business use. The next very kind of overlooked expense is meals or gifts for your clients. A lot of times you as a freelancer, as a real estate agent, or as any other person, any other self-employed, you are buying gifts for your clients, sending them a gift coffee card, or sending them a gift card, or buying them a gift on Christmas or anything like that, right? Those are legit tax deductions, 100%, right? So don't forget to claim those expenses. Only thing you need to do is keep the receipt and make sure those are business expense, right? Make sure those are It's not like you purchase something for your son and you're saying, okay, this could be a business expense. No, do that, because yes, CRA kind of this is one of their favorites as well. So areas. So again, you need to keep good supporting and good to prove that this was a legit client gifts, and you need to have proof of that expense as well, which is receipts and other supporting documents. The third one, again, quite overlooked by self-employed people, is the car expense. Since you will be using your personal car for business purpose. Um, Again, for example, you're a freelancer, or you provide freelance IT services, and you're just going to your client and fixing the computer at their home or stuff like that. So that travel from your house or your office to the clients is you use your own car, right? So that wear and tear on your car or the expenses related to that travel are legit tax deductions. How you going to be claiming the car expense? What kind of expenses? I'm just going to explain, but I have uh, a detailed video on car expenses as well. You can watch that on my channel. So for example, doing these kind of activities, at the end of the year, you estimated that you drove let's say 1,000 kilometers during the year, and you came to kind of calculate that 200 kilometers out of that 1,000 were for business purpose, visiting clients and bringing inventories and whatever, right? So that means that you have a factor of 20%. That is like your business expense is going to be 20%. That 20% is the business expense factor. You're going to apply that factor on all the expenses related to your car, gas, maintenance, insurance, lease. You can also claim depreciation. All the expenses related to the car. You're going to be applying that 20% factor. So you're going to make sure that you have receipts and supporting documents to support your expenses, because in case of an audit, CRA is going to ask for receipts and invoices, not the bank statements or credit card statements. Just in the last note, we have developed a bookkeeping and expense tracking and bookkeeping app for self-employed, especially for self-employed people. It's called Zoom Books. All you have to do is just take a picture of your receipt. The receipt will be saved digitally. You can get that anytime, and the expense will be, the proper bookkeeping will be done by the app. So you just took the receipt. Took the picture of that receipt. All right, so if you have any questions, you let me know in the comment box. I'll be happy to answer. Have yourself a great day. Take care.